Sugarcube.
Good morning, or I should say happy freezing morning.
Yeah, it's
Holy
been very
shit.
cold. It was, like I said,
cold.
it was 58 on the thermostat
Okay.
this morning.
This is the struggle. So yesterday when I came home in the morning, I noticed it was 58 in here. But our house gets so hot at night that, like, I'm scared to even use the heat.
No, so I went to sleep last night and it was cold. It was like fine. But I was like, it's going to get hot. So I didn't mess with it. But I was like, I'm going to put sweatpants on over my sleep shorts.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I wake up in the middle of the night hot, I'll just take my sweatpants off. I woke up and I'm telling you, like, I was so, like, cozy. Like, I was not too hot. I was not too cold.
Yeah.
But then after I got out of the shower, I saw that it was 58 because I didn't realize it. I was like, I'm going to turn the heat on for just a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want it on for too long because then I was like, I don't want it to get too hot.
Yeah, and it was heating up fast.
Yeah, my room heats up so fast, though. Like,
yeah, mine does too.
I have like 2 or 3 vents, so.
Last night I slept really good in the sense that, like, I wasn't too hot, I wasn't too cold, and I've been obsessed with, like, opening my windows at night. Whether I'm at Cross's house or my house, we open at least one, which he's always like, it's so cold, and I'm like, okay, but I'm gonna get hot, so I need a window open.
Exactly, like, I still slept with my fan on, even though I was, like,
yeah,
freezing last night. I have to.
At his house, we'll have the ceiling fan, his other fan, and a window open. And then at my house, since we don't have a ceiling fan, it's just the standing one and then a window. But I also, another reason I like to keep the window open is because it smells so good.
Yeah? Oh, I normally light an incense right before I go to bed, but I've been forgetting to.
Fair.
Oh, I forgot to light a candle this morning. That's so sad.
Aw, I don't really like candles in my room anymore because it makes it so hot in there.
I don't feel like candles make my room hot. Maybe it's just because I have so much more space.
Yeah. It burns up in there if I light a candle.
Yeah. For parents wondering, this is what happens when we move out. We use more electric than we were allowed to growing up.
Pretty much.
Yeah. But I feel okay right now. I got a cardigan. I might put my blanket on in a minute.
Yeah, I'm all cozied up with a blanket.
My fingers are kind of like icicles, though.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Jalen was so freezing the other day when he was here. Like, he got into bed at like 1 a.m. after finishing homework, and I had already been in bed for a few hours. And I wake up when there's like movement and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I just do. I'm not a very heavy sleeper. And pure fucking icicles on his hands. I swear to God.
Yeah. No, see, I'm the opposite. Cross is super warm, and I'm the freezing one. So last night when we were going to bed, I was like about to cuddle him, and then he goes, no, you gotta give me time. And then he grabbed my hands and slowly put them on him.
See, that's how it normally is. That's why I was so surprised, because I'm normally the cold one, but because I had been bundled in my comforter for multiple hours before he got in bed.
Yeah.
And, like, I had my fan on, and it's already cold in our house, especially late at night. Like, I feel like it, to a certain time, it's, like, super cold, and then it randomly gets hot at some point at, like, 2 or 3 in the morning.
Yeah, I'll wake up and I'll be like, why am I sweating?
Yeah, like, randomly.
It's so annoying.
Yeah. But speaking of hot.
Yeah, I was about to say, speaking of heat.
This episode was hot.
This was such a good episode.
It was.
I'm so excited. Oh my god. Now I need to open my drink.
Yeah, my drink's already open because I needed something fizzy this morning. So just Lacey's today.
Here we go. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm so
Plus, I just wanted my first caffeine drink to be my coffee. I don't know. I'm just ready for something warm. And I had a lot of caffeine the other day. Yeah.
Christmas drinks are released tomorrow.
Yeah. That'll probably be like mochas and stuff that I don't like. We'll see. I'll look. Caribou is releasing some on campus, and Jalen's really excited. They have like this ho-ho mint mocha, and it's like peppermint infused into it, and then like with candy cane on top.
Ooh.
Like crumbles.
Yeah, I don't really... I like all of the holiday drinks at Starbucks, but I'm a creature of habit, so I'll probably still just get chai.
Yeah, does that mean my pumpkin spice latte is leaving?
I don't know.
I hope not, because then I'm going to have to really think about what I'm getting.
Well, and it's November, so I'm like, keep it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just have both.
Happy November.
Oh my god, happy November. What a shit show October was.
Yeah, this month is already way more promising, just like this episode. Oh my goodness, so much to spill. We're so excited to talk about it.
Yes.
Let's get into it. What do you want to talk about first?
Oh my god, I was gonna ask you. I think we should just talk about Jamie first and get him out of the way.
Let's just get the hot shit out of the way. And I don't mean him being hot, I just mean...
If you mean hot shit as literal dog shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog shit.
So, pretty much Jamie is a snake. He's just terrible. And I'm so sad because literally in our first recap, I was like, I feel like he's gonna be this sweet soul and she's gonna let him go.
We loved him. We would have backed this man. And you know what? We should have known because we liked him.
Yep. And okay, so he starts the episode off first by saying he thought he was in the best place and no one knows that he spilled the tea, so he's good. That's literally what he said. He was like, no one knows, I'm good.
Yeah, he was so unconcerned. What I will say is I think he got a little too buddy-buddy with the producers, got a little too comfortable. Mm-hmm. So he was talking about views and episodes, and he felt like he couldn't be touched because he was like bestie, you know?
Yeah, and so, guys, he literally pulled one of the producers aside just to talk shit about Brandon. He was like...
And Michelle!
He goes, I'm really competing with him. And I'm like, yeah, you're on the fucking Bachelorette. What? Like... I'm confused. And also, just to preface too, I don't care for Brandon.
You really don't like him.
But I was still like, fuck no, don't mess with Brandon. We're not gonna do that. No one messes with Nemo. Come on.
Oh my god, I hate you. But what I'm gonna say is Brandon not only had to go first in the poem group date, or at least I think they set up first as Brandon. So I don't think it was like edited out of order, at least not for his. But he also pulled Michelle on stage and made his poem a very intimate moment for them. And then we do see them have a really good conversation later that I cannot specifically remember the details on because I was fuming about Jamie talking in the background. Wait,
Brandon and Michelle?
Yeah.
So basically they were talking about how he was a very late bloomer. He was about 5'2" until junior year. Yeah. And so a lot of people picked on him, which makes me feel bad because I literally earlier in the night I was like, he reminds me of a 12-year-old boy.
Yeah.
But he just like... I don't know. I'll get into that when we talk about him more, but...
Yeah, we'll definitely get into him more, but I'm just like, I don't understand, like, where Jamie just thought that, like, Brandon was no competition.
It makes sense, that he got pissed because, Brandon gets the rose. I almost said Courtney. Brandon gets the rose, and Jamie instantly attacks, which makes sense because Joe was in a really good place, which is probably why Jamie started talking shit.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. Shit is adding up.
Yeah. Also, I want to point out before we move on that Brandon has not had to wait till the rose ceremony to get a rose any week so far. All 3 weeks he has gotten a rose before the rose ceremony.
That's true.
Which is making me feel pretty bad because Jamie just hit the shit and he was in both of our top 3, like for Michelle, and then Nayte's getting into some drama with Chris S, which we can talk more about next week when we.
I'm ready to talk about Nayte.
Oh my god, I'm ready to talk about Nayte. But then, like, Joe was already in a little bit of drama. He kind of recovered. I'm not too stressed about him. But Brandon's been doing pretty well, and I feel like people are going to start coming for him. I hope he doesn't start getting too comfortable like Jamie did. How did Jamie get so comfortable so fast?
Because he's an arrogant piece of shit.
Yeah.
Oh, he actually, I screenshotted this morning while I was blow drying my hair, because I get on my phone. And so, Jamie made a statement.
Oh my God.
It's pretty long, so I
read it.
Okay.
I don't care, read it. We have time.
So he goes, A, if you know me, like me, love me, and or care for me, don't worry about trying to defend me to this crowd. It's not the time, place, nor necessity. He has so many grammatical errors. Wow. He says, people that were looking for something to be angry about or towards found it. I'm unfazed. They'll be on their next trigger next episode and next season. I know very little about the show and Bachelor Nation, but it seems pretty clear that this is the pattern for some of them. Everything is the same for me. Much love and respect, and I extend that to everyone. May you find a way to treat the situations and the people you don't like with grace. Remember, it's not for them, it's for you.
Where was his grace?
Well, my thing is like, that would be an okay statement depending on what you do, but I'm like, bro, you're not even gonna own up to the fact that you were literally talking shit about Michelle, saying rude things about Brandon, bringing up this accusation to her, which is right, like, he has the right to do that, but when he's literally, like, telling all of the men, like, oh, there's this rumor, blah, 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 and then in ITMs, he's all, oh, like, how do I know if she's worthy of me, like, when there's this rumor going around, and then you tell Michelle, oh, it's not a big deal to me.
But it's a big deal to everyone else when nobody else, like, even the guys that were talking about it, because I'm not going to act like nobody else was talking about it, because there was that group of 4 with Jamie.
Yeah.
But none of them were, like, concerned about it.
Yeah. So in some past seasons, there's been kind of these accusations, and you can tell the men are getting suspicious about the leads. However, in this situation, it was just one of those things where they talked about it, but no one really cared.
Yeah, it was kind of just, like, casually, like, oh, do you think? Like, and it wasn't even, like, I feel like it wasn't even as much, like, oh, my God, they have such an amazing connection. It was, they're both from Minnesota and play basketball. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God, I can't talk.
Yeah. And so also, later in the episode, let's see. Hold on, guys. Okay, so Rick is talking about it with Nayte, and I think there was one other guy there.
Casey was there, I think.
Okay,
I think Casey was there.
And so Rick is like, no one was questioning her, and
prompting him to talk to Michelle. Or was this after the fact?
Well, this was before. It was just the guys, and then Nate's like, well, we should get Jamie. And so Nayte calls Jamie over.
But this
and
was...
they confront him.
Yeah, but this was after Michelle told Rick that Jamie told her.
Yeah.
Is what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, because Michelle kind of exposes that Jamie was the one. And then Rick's like, what the fuck?
even Rick was like, oh...
Yeah, he was surprised. He was like, I wouldn't have expected that from Jamie based on, like, the way that he was acting. He didn't seem suspicious. Yeah. And so then when Rick is later talking to Nayte and Casey, I think, Nate's like, oh, we should get Jamie. So he calls him over. And then at first I was kind of nervous because I was like, is Nayte gonna, like, be that guy where he's like, oh, bring him over, and then when he comes over, he's like, it's no big deal. No. Nayte was calling him out. He was asking the right questions.
Yeah, and I appreciated even, right before they called him up, where it was like, Nayte was like, I'm not just gonna, like, talk. I'm gonna bring him over here and get both sides. Mm-hmm. Like, I really respected that a lot from Nayte.
Oh, I forgot Nate's a Cancer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, well, let's not talk about that.
Oh, my God. But then in ITMs, Rick goes, Or no, I think he said it directly to Jamie. I can't remember. I don't know. But Rick said, you should be a politician because you're not answering the question.
I don't even remember him saying that. That's so funny.
It was when we were all laughing and you were like, I'm going to be honest, I didn't hear what he said.
Oh, the one thing I didn't hear last night. Okay.
So funny. And then, so Michelle pulls, well, actually, she went up to the group of men and then she pulls them privately, right?
Yeah, so after the confrontation with just Casey, Nayte, Rick, and Jamie, they were talking all of the men, and like Joe was kind of being a little vocal. Obviously, it had to do with his character as well as Michelle's. So obviously that makes sense to me. Everyone was kind of talking about it, and you could even see it before Michelle said something. It was off, like when she came down. So she wasn't planning to do it in front of them. I think she was just going to pull Jamie. But I think doing it in front of the men and seeing how he even reacted and how he was kind of trying to manipulate the situation again with everyone. Like, was like, wow.
Yeah, and when she pulls him aside privately and they're talking, and girl is like in tears and he's just sitting there like smiling at her.
He really thought he could not be touched. And I don't know why.
Even then, I feel like he didn't care. He was just like, I'm right. Like, I feel like he was looking down on her in that moment.
Well, he was, because remember earlier in the episode, after she gave Brandon the rose, he goes, what did he say? Michelle is in spring break mode, and it's a turnoff.
And you want to know what she tweeted? She said, what can I say? Teachers truly do love spring break.
Oh my
Shrug
God.
Emoji. Hashtag no more grading papers. Hashtag nap time. Hashtag I can pee when I want to. I felt that.
I love that.
I love it. What a queen.
No, and she was just like, no, like.
He's terrible.
Here's the thing, like last week, she couldn't really have been able to tell like who was the one questioning her character, because she did trust Jamie.
Yeah, and also it's important to note too that when Rick and her were talking, she had this, I don't remember if she said it in ITMs or what, but you could tell she was starting to have a suspicion that it was Jamie before it was even confirmed.
Yeah, because when Rick talked to her, she didn't really seem surprised. Like, she kind of was like, I was afraid of this. Like, I was afraid it was just him. Like, she had already had that thought run through her mind.
And I feel so bad for her because it's like, they had a great one-on-one. He was her first. And now it's like, she had to send him home, which I'm so proud of her for doing.
Yeah. I wish she would have walked him past all the men to leave. That would have been iconic.
But honestly, I could just see him having a smug-ass smile and being like,
Oh, he would have said something, though. Oh my God, I hate him.
God damn, he pisses me off.
Thank God he's gone. Okay. Anything else you want to say about Jamie?
I'm disappointed.
I'm disappointed in him as well.
Disappointed, but it's not the first time a Scorpio has disappointed me on this show, so.
Yeah. We should talk about Peter and Will again.
Oh my God.
Peter is gone. We have very strong opinions.
We do.
About Peter and Will, and people don't agree with us. So if you have very strong opinions and you're about to get triggered, like, check yourself. Like, just check yourself.
Well, we should start off by saying this all happens because we're going on a group date. We're going Top Gun style. They had Glenn Powell on here, which he's not a super popular actor, but I loved him on Scream Queens, Chad Radwell. And he's also in a really good movie that I like. Great actor. So I was really excited to see him.
I just couldn't stop looking at Nayte the whole time. We both were like, oh my God.
Okay, here's my thing. I knew he was hot in the cast thing. In the cast files.
But damn.
I knew he was hot episode 1. Last week I was like,
we didn't see too much of him last week.
I didn't really care. I was like, whatever.
Kind of neutral.
This week though, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like...
He was giving us everything. He was hot. He was giving facials, like, the expressions. Oh, my God.
6'8"?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
You realize he got his nose pierced?
Yeah, he has a nose piercing. His earrings look so good.
Just so good.
And he looked so good in his plain outfit. I don't know what they're called.
Jumpsuits, I don't know.
Jumpsuit, yeah.
That's what I'm going to call it.
They looked hot. And
Yes.
so one of the things, too, on this date, one of the men that I thought stood out in the beginning was Martin.
Yes.
Mr. Lance. They called him Frosty.
Oh.
He
took it well, though.
That was so funny. I was like, yeah, that's fair. And then they called Will
Lil Willie. And then Peter was Doughboy.
Yep. And also, it's important to note, one of the things that I put down is that they gave Clayton a lot of ITM, which I'm like, they're definitely trying to set him up to be the Bachelor.
Yeah, for sure. And I kind of mentioned this last night too, everybody that was over watching it. But I still really like Clayton. I think you still feel the same way. And I think people think he's boring because, like, the editing.
Yeah, I told Autumn, I was like, they're going to give him a good edit, and he also might come across boring because they want people to feel neutral about him.
Yeah, they want you to be like, oh, I don't love or hate him. So I'm going to watch a season and just, like, feel it out.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I think going into a season knowing a little bit less about the person, about the lead, is kind of fun and also better because, like, with Matt, when his season started, his personality was completely different than I expected. And so, even though we're actually seeing Clayton on a season where we didn't see Matt, we might still not really get a good idea on his personality. But I like him so far. And also in the previews, he's shown more, so...
Yeah, I think it's one of those that we're going to get a little bit more of him for a few weeks, and then he's going to leave.
I still think she's going to break his heart.
I agree. I think she's going to break his heart. I think it's going to be hard for her.
I feel like he's going to have a great scene where he's just crying, and people are going to, or at least the Karens, I feel like, are going to be like, oh, we love a man that cries.
I hate you. That's so funny.
Yeah, so the group date, they're spinning.
And the thing, which I'm so sick of seeing on this fucking show.
Literally. I'm like, you're just asking them to throw up.
And I haven't even watched that many seasons. Like, that's what I'm saying. I only recently started watching, like, every season with you. But I remember it from some of the seasons I, like, started. And it was always, like, the first 3 or 4 episodes.
Yeah. I think I've seen this film before.
I was connecting Taylor to everything. Oh, my God.
Literally. But on this date, one of them gets a special jacket.
Well, okay, hold up. Back it up. So, they're in the spinny thing, right? And Peter goes before Will and speaks Italian while he's spinning. And then Will gets in the thing, spinning, looks like he's gonna actually, like, faint and die or, like, some shit, and starts speaking Spanish. I'm like, where have I seen this before? And then, like, obviously Peter's upset. And then when they gave Will the jacket, they mentioned, like, bilingual romance. Like, no, that wasn't even original. Like, I'd be pissed too. I would be pissed too.
Fuck Will and fuck his big-ass smile.
Yeah.
Oh, he pisses me off.
I am standing by my statement I made last week that Peter is not a hard guy to get along with. It's just Will pushes his buttons on another level because Peter was so chummy, like, with the other guys. Like, he was
later
chilling.
in the night, when he was sitting with the guys, they were all laughing at him.
Yeah, like when Will was talking to Michelle.
Having a good time. Granted, I feel like it's one of those situations, I know I've been in this before, where there's the bad, or the bad influence of the group. and they're doing something and you're all like, you know, you're laughing because it is funny, but you're in the back of your head, you're also like, oh my God, please don't do something bad.
I think that Nayte was literally us, like, because he was laughing and, like, wasn't thinking that Peter was going to do anything more than take the jacket. And then he's like, what did he say? Something like, I lost a little respect for him, like, when he came back and the jacket was in the pool or something.
No, he was like, I was disappointed. It was funny, though, because when Nayte was around Peter, he goes, bro, you're tripping. I was like, they're funny. Speaking of Nayte, though, him and Michelle were kissing.
Yeah.
Having fun, doing their thing.
Not surprised.
No. And then Joe, he pulls her aside too. He tells her, I want to check up on you, which I thought was very nice because he's being direct about, you know, I want to know how you are. How are you feeling?
Yeah, and I was like, I know people still don't really like Joe, and, like, I get, like, there's reasons to not trust him, but I feel like he really just has proven that he cares about Michelle and is showing that he wants to be there for her.
And it makes sense to me that he's a Gemini because, like, the first episode, his personality to me seemed very kind of smug.
I think they might have been trying to edit him that with all the stuff that was going on with Michelle anyway.
Now I'm like, you're like a precious little man. Like, he just seems so, I don't know, he seems like a soft soul, if that makes sense.
Nayte? Joe. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Blinked. Yeah, I don't know, he has, like, this very, like, calm feeling to him.
Yeah, he has calm energy. I like him. So far. Please don't disappoint me. Please.
Yeah. At this point, I'm not going to be surprised, though.
No.
Like, every man we like.
Yeah. That's why I get scared when I even tell you. Or if, like, when we're sitting with Laura and Lauren, I'm like, damn, I don't want to look stupid in front of Lauren.
Yeah, I feel like vocalizing it is, like...
It's like we manifest bad energy by speaking great things.
Oh my God, why can I not fucking talk today? Also, like, here's the thing. We were disagreeing a lot, but I'm so surprised with how much Laura always likes the opposite men as us. And I don't understand. Laura's one of our friends who comes over. And I swear to God, this bitch has the worst taste ever.
Her obsession with Greg, her constantly reminding me that Connor B exists.
Oh my God.
He's a trigger word, okay?
He really is.
Oh my God.
Thank God he's not on this season. But I was saying that how Jamie didn't do a poem, like, for the poem slam. I don't care that he lost his book. He could have at least tried to do a poem instead of a fucking story. Or at least told a personal story, like, you dumb bitch, you didn't do the assignment. But I was saying that Connor B would have sang a song and not done the assignment. And I was like, that's so funny to me.
He would have.
He would have.
But anyway, so we have this group date, but we do a quick flash to the house, and at the house they get the group date card, and Rodney gets a one-on-one, and I got very pissed off at Malik because Malik is like, we know Rodney is not a contender, and I'm like, fuck you. Like, what makes you think you stand out more than Rodney?
Mr. I haven't had a single second of screen time since the season started.
Yeah, I was just really thrown off because, like, Malik is so cute. And I was like, from what we had seen of him, I thought he had good vibes. But for me, it just really pisses me off when the men will attack other men based on nothing but appearance or their personality.
And here's the thing, like, Rodney has a really good personality too, and like he's cuter than we thought he was.
I don't know what happened this episode. I was like,
but on that date,
I don't know who this man is. He just felt completely different to me.
Oh my God. So first off, two things: food date, hate it; truth or dare, hate it.
Yeah, we'll get to that once we're done with the group date.
Oh, well, you brought up Rodney. Oh, you were...
flash back to the house.
You're right.
The one-on-one.
You're right.
So, but then we go back to the group date, and so Michelle and Martin are vibing, he's checking up on her. He's another one of the guys who actually asked her how she was rather than making it about him or another guy. So I liked that. I feel like we're going to see a lot of him.
Yeah, okay. So I predict he's going to have the next one that just looks like the previews, and I think he's due for one. Also, I wrote this down, like, while they were having a conversation, and I was like, I just feel like Michelle and Martin's relationship has, like, this certain purity. Like, it feels very pure to me. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah. One of the things I like about them is that they feel like the couple where you're like, you wouldn't expect it, and then they get together and you're like, this makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Something about them. And I don't really know a lot about Martin, but just based on what I've seen, I'm like, okay, I see it. They have chemistry.
I definitely agree. They have a lot of chemistry.
Yeah. And also, so Peter and Will, they're arguing. One of the things that pisses me off about anyone arguing is when they don't let the other person speak and they're constantly yelling over each other, and then they just, like, I'm sorry, it just makes you look stupid.
Yeah.
And immature. And they kept saying, like, bro this, bro that, bro that. Like, just shut up. You're so annoying.
And I'm not gonna lie, like, when Will started crying over her jacket,
Oh
I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
So Peter throws the jacket in the pool, and then Will gets so upset. And Nayte tells him, he's like, hey, just brush it off. It's gonna make you the bigger man. And Will, he's like, oh no, dog. No. He starts crying.
Yeah, thank God he didn't bring it up to Michelle, because I don't think we would have gotten that Martin Michelle, like, later moment.
Mm-hmm. And then Clayton, when Peter comes back to some of the men, Clayton confronts him like, why did you do that?
He's like,
that's only gonna stress her out.
Yeah, and Peter was essentially like, mind your business. Like, it doesn't involve you.
Yeah. But it made me happy to see Clayton being a voice of reason. Same with Nayte. I was really impressed by both of them.
Yeah, I was too, but also at the same time, like, this was the problem with Katie season. I love the men, but Michelle doesn't need to know everything that's going on inside the house. I just felt like the jacket thing was so petty and obnoxious that it was just like, it's not necessary. So, like, while I do not like Will, and, like, I think Will instigated pretty much everything with Peter, and Peter was just a big personality that Will couldn't handle, Peter handled everything very immaturely. So they're both in the wrong for different reasons, but, like, I'm very irritated because I feel like if Peter would have stayed instead of Will, like, we wouldn't really have seen much more drama from him, because it was just Will pressing his fucking buttons.
Yeah, I just feel like Peter's one of those people where he'll be completely immature and reckless if you instigate him. But Will's the instigator. He'll just do shit to piss people off for no reason other than to get a reaction. And so now I'm like, well, which guy's next? He's either going to start drama with other guys, or he's just going to fade into the background and we're not going to think about him until he goes home.
Yeah.
So, but on the group date, Michelle gives Martin the rose.
Love.
And they have a little violin music dance thing.
Which I prefer so much over singers.
It was actually really pretty. I could vibe with that.
And you could already tell how much their relationship has changed from them slow dancing last week and that cringy ass first kiss to, like, how into him she is now.
Yeah, it really shows that you have to build a connection. Sometimes you don't have to build a connection. It's just already there. But it shows you that with those people where there's potential, sometimes you do have to build it and spice things up. And so I was really impressed. I like him so far, which I'm like, oh shit, looking at this chart right now, I'm like, wow, I've said really good things about Nayte and Martin.
Cancers.
Ah! Okay, So.
But on both group dates, Michelle didn't do the classic, like, oh, 3 guys, who's going to get the rose? She went straight. She was like, will you accept this rose? I was like, what?
That's what we're learning. Michelle gets straight to the point. When it came to giving out these roses, she did it right away. When it came to Jamie, she sent his ass home.
We love a punctual queen.
Love her.
Love.
So, now we can talk about Rodney's date.
Yeah.
And like you said earlier, food dates,
disgusting. Truth or dare, oh my god, no.
It was so stupid to me. I'm
no.
sorry. Anytime they do shit like this, I'm like, could you really not, like, did you not have a budget for a date for them? Like...
Yeah, like, they don't even really let them eat in the dinner portions of the date, but they're gonna make them eat food for truth or dare.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
It was stupid. And so one of the dares is one of them has to strip while the other person cheers them on.
Oh my god.
And Rodney goes, my mom's gonna kill me.
That was so funny.
It was so funny.
Rodney's so funny.
Not to be that person, though. But I'm gonna be that person. I was just thinking, though, like, it's pretty bold of these producers to put this dare on a date, because how would we feel if it was on The Bachelor?
Yeah, because there's no way you would expect the Bachelor or the Bachelorette to do it. It would be the contestants.
And I'm like, if this was a woman, people would be pissed.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't like it. And then everyone came out, and I was like, oh, that's like, could have been like a cute moment for them maybe, and maybe I could have made like some type of excuse, but like, no, everyone saw that business.
Yeah, I will say though, the good thing is that Rodney seemed to have a lot of fun with it. He didn't seem uncomfortable from what I could tell, so that was good.
Yeah, it's just like, the moral of it fun. For me.
Yeah, agreed. But they did talk about later in the night, they talk about their biggest fears. So Rodney's is passing away before he has children or gets married, and then Michelle's was being complacent.
Yes, becoming complacent. And I wanted to point out that Rodney makes really amazing eye contact when he's talking about even the things that seem like they might be difficult, because he opened up about what was it, a single mother?
Yeah, he was raised by a single mom. He had a brother, or has a brother.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I loved how easily they were able to get deep with one another and really share that time with each other. And it's just like, wow, you saw, and like you could tell throughout Michelle's commentary that she was like, he's kind of like in a friend. He said he went from the friend zone to the relationship zone. Like, she thought of him as a friend, and we really saw that change. And I was like, changed my mind too.
It's so special. I love that feeling. And also kind of going off what you said, with him making good eye contact and just being a good conversationist. Later in the night, another thing that he does is bring up something that she mentioned earlier.
I wrote that down too. I was like, oh my god, he is showing that he was listening to Michelle, and like, oh my god, it was sexy.
I would remove him out of the friend zone. That shit's sexy to me.
Oh my god, that was so hot.
Anytime a guy will remember the little things that you tell him, holy shit. It makes me feel so seen and important.
Yes.
Especially, like, I'm one of those people where I remember the small details about someone else. So anytime someone else does it to me, whether it is a relationship or it's a friend or whatever, I'm just like, oh my god.
It's nice. It's just so nice.
Yeah, it's so comforting. It's honestly a way of reassurance.
Yeah, like, I care enough about you to remember this. And some people just don't have good memories. I get that, but still.
But one of the things that I did want to talk about is on this date, Michelle brings up how being in a
biracial
relationship, the first time where she didn't feel seen, or like her feelings didn't matter, is when she was called the N-word
at a grocery store.
At a grocery store. She tells her partner, and he's white. so he doesn't understand.
Yeah.
And and I think it's important to note that Michelle brings up, like, you know, I'm not saying that white people, I don't know exactly how she phrased it, but she was like, it's not that they can't understand, it's more that, or like they don't understand, but he was just like brushing her feelings away.
Yeah, and the boyfriend had essentially said, like, you're just giving that woman more power by getting upset about it, instead of acknowledging how it actually made Michelle feel.
Yeah, and it was really hard to hear, and it also, I don't want to talk too much about this, but it made me really sad because she had that experience happen to her, and we don't know everything that she has gone through with other relationships. But it also made me think about how, you know, she is she has a past and a history, and so, like, it's obvious that she's probably had a lot of similar occurrences, I would say. And so it made me sad to think about how she was on Matt's season, final 2, and the woman who got picked was someone who was white and who had made racist remarks.
Yeah.
And so that made me really sad because
it just happened to her again, kind of thing. And I don't want to talk too much about Matt and Rachel.
Yeah, I mean, I hope they're happy. I really do. And they seem to be doing great. Yeah. So hopefully Rachel is learning.
It seems like she is, because a lot of the women of color from her season, they're still hanging out with her. And I just don't feel like they would do that if she wasn't making efforts.
Yeah, I think she is.
Yeah, and she took total responsibility for everything, and she didn't want anyone to make excuses for her. She handled everything the best way you possibly could, considering what she did.
It did take them a bit of time to get back together. And I don't think, because Matt was so adamant about not being with her on the finale, that I do think that she put in the work, and also he just loves her. So yeah. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say about that.
The only other thing I wanted to add was, like, we wanted to see more of this, and I really appreciated this. On top of her poem from the third date, which we can talk more of. I was thinking it was the first date for some reason. I'm mixing up the two for some reason, but we'll talk more about that because I was so obsessed, like, hearing the whole thing. Good. It was so good.
And eye-opening. That's the thing. Every week, Michelle has been opening my eyes.
Yes. And she is talking about these hard topics, and I love it.
Yeah, things that really matter.
Yeah. I just feel like sometimes on this franchise, things seem very surface level, and it's hard to imagine a couple coming out of it that's going to work. But because Michelle is having these hard conversations now, and she is really emotionally invested, like, in so many people, that, like, I think she might actually get a really good outcome from the show.
I really hope so.
I hope so. There is no arguing. Michelle's here for the right reasons.
She has a really good head on her shoulders too.
Yeah.
But then to kind of close up their day, it was funny because she, like, Rodney says something to her and she says, "Absolutely."
Oh my god.
And then he goes, "You're lucky you're so cute."
That was so cute. Also, I wanted to add that Michelle, I kind of was like, ooh, Rodney's gonna go a little far, because she made a comment about how her and Rodney make each other laugh a lot, just like her parents do for each other. And I think she is looking for a relationship like her parents. So if she's thinking at all in her head that Rodney could be that person for her to make her have a love like her parents have, like, that's gonna go far for him.
It made me want to cry when she said that too, because it's the best feeling.
Yeah.
Like, just laughing with the person that you love and looking at their smile.
Yeah, but then they were still able to get so deep, because I feel like in a lot of relationships you can have one or the other, and it's hard to have both. And they genuinely had both so easily, and they really understand where each other was coming from with everything. So
I'm really impressed by him.
You know, everybody better leave Rodney alone. Yeah.
He's the apple of my eye.
Anyways,
so group date number 2. We're doing poetry. Chris G was so excited about
it was
this.
so cute,
and
guys.
It gave me Michael energy from Katie's season when Michael was so excited about the drag queens.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love
so
Chris
excited.
G. I know how
Wait, no. So at first I was worried because I was like, this might be my Connor. But on this day, I actually enjoyed him. So we're good right now.
Cool.
We're good.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was leaving. Like, I was just like, we haven't seen much of him. Like,
He looked
with
really good.
He looked really good. I wish he would trim his beard a little bit, but that's just personal preference. He looks really good though.
Yeah.
How he was fangirling was so cute, and he was such a nerd. And then like when the guy was talking, kind of giving them their like assignment, for lack of a better words, I was like, he is studying this. Like, there's going to be an exam. Like, this is his major, and it was so cute. Like, that was his idol in front of him.
Like, as a motivational speaker, it makes sense that he would be excited for something with poetry.
Oh my god. And he delivered. Like, just how I wasn't paying too much attention to what he was saying, but I'm sure it was great. Like, he does this for a living.
I mean,
but his delivery.
I did find his delivery a little bit cringy, but I was like, okay. But it reminded me of pastors, like youth ones.
You always thought he gave that vibe, though, I thought.
Yeah, so.
But my thing is, if I saw a video of him doing a poem like that, like, let's say with a black backdrop and like a light in the background, and like it was just him and the camera on the internet, like, I feel like that would hit me a certain way. Like, I just feel like he would get there for me. Like, yeah. I don't know. I really like him. I thought he was super cute on this date. We already talked about Brandon. Brandon delivered. Like,
Brandon delivered in the most monotone voice I have ever heard.
Oh my god, our roommate Lauren goes, you know he wanted to rap that though. Because he kind of do it in like a rhythm.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's so funny.
I forget, he kept doing the same rhyming word. It ended in like T.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, because at the end he was like, and don't say no to eternity. And I was like,
yeah.
You sound like an alien, bro.
Yeah, no, but it was cute. Michelle really liked it. He was smart to pull Michelle up on the stage with him.
Oh my god. One funny thing is when Jamie was doing his, Casey was like, he made a comment where he was like, it sounds like he's leading a cult.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
That was so
also,
funny.
I just wanted to share with you guys because I forget if it was Lauren or Laura who said this last night, but they saw on Twitter that someone was like, oh my god, Jamie looks like Jafar from Aladdin.
Yeah! Where's the lie?
No, it's literal facts, you guys. It's literal facts.
That is him.
Oh my god.
No wonder. I was terrified of Aladdin as a child.
Oh,
it makes sense.
I liked Aladdin. It was fine.
Oh.
I didn't like Jafar, though.
Well, if you guys don't know, I don't think I've mentioned this. I have a very big fear of cartoons.
Which is funny because all of my favorite things to watch are animated.
It's so hard. The only Disney cartoons that I could really watch growing up was Tarzan. Loved that one. And I could watch The Little Mermaid when I was younger, but now it scares me.
See, I hate The Little Mermaid.
It's just the animation. It freaks me out. I cannot watch Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Aladdin. Scares the shit out of me. That one's one of the worst ones.
I like the older ones, which is weird because I don't really like older movies.
Yeah, but, and so Brandon got the rose.
I don't really remember much about the other guys, to be honest. Romeo, oh my fucking god, stop.
Stop with the fucking Romeo remarks. Oh my god.
Stop it.
He always has to bring it up.
Why?
The
only times we've seen him on screen, he's like that. We did get a little bit after the date, like, of him in the what's it called? The room with the producer.
ITM.
ITM. Thank you. I could not think of
in the moment.
Yeah, is that what it is?
Yeah, I know. I didn't know that. And then when I found out, I was like, oh.
Anyway, so after that, we got to see a little bit more of him in the ITMs. And he was just like, he's a little nerd. And I was like, if you just didn't do the Romeo and Juliet thing so much, like, I probably would be very neutral about you.
No. I don't like him. Bad vibes. Not even bad vibes, just cringe vibes.
Oh my god, like
it's like a Connor B feeling. I'm telling you, the feeling's strong. The ick, Connor B created.
I feel like if one of my girlfriends brought him up, it was like, this is my boyfriend, and like he acted like the way Romeo acted, I would be like, oh my god, girl, you cannot make me suffer, like, as your friend.
I feel like he would be perfect for Lauren.
Oh my god. I like how you just don't care anymore because you know she's not gonna listen to that.
Well, we've always thought that she could date a Cancer, so.
I am surprised she hasn't, to be honest.
Romeo. And then I said, no, Mio. I thought I was so funny.
Yeah.
God. I'm like Michelle with the absolutely.
Yeah, well, Lauren and Laura took it as, like, Romeo and Juliet,
yeah,
but I took it as, like, Romeo, as in, like, no.
You took it the right way. That's how I intended, and then they were like, Romeo, and I was like, no. But I just didn't say shit.
I don't know why they would go there, because you don't watch very many animated movies.
No, I actually...
Also, we were just talking shit about it.
Though.
I've seen one of them, but it wasn't the best thing ever,
no,
to be honest.
I enjoyed it, though. Yeah, but... Then we go to the cocktail party.
Yeah. Again, Michelle gives the rose straight to Brandon, doesn't even say anybody else's name.
Nope.
No other contender.
And that's when Jamie makes his fucking remarks. And I was like, damn, he's like a producer's wet dream. Because, like...
Yeah.
He's given them so much content. They were probably like, fuck you, Michelle, for sending him home. Because he was good entertainment.
I guess. He was irritating. Okay, anyway. Cocktail party. I want to talk about Nayte and Michelle again real fast, then we can move on.
I'll talk about Nayte all day.
Okay. You have to
you
have to hear me out.
So, oh no, I think you might say something that I'm thinking.
They give me such high school energy. And, like, I can't get over it. It was just, like, how they're, like, oh, do you trust me? Oh, yeah, do you trust me? Like, oh, my God, I love that. I was just like, oh, my God, you're going to make me vomit.
Okay.
What were you thinking I was going to say?
Okay. So, for me, I disagree with that. I'm more worried that maybe they're so focused on their sexual chemistry that they're not going as in depth with the emotional side.
But is that not also kind of like high school?
I just don't get high school vibes from them.
I do. I don't know.
Because I feel like you can have a sexual relationship however old.
I know. It was that specific conversation with the cocktail party that made me feel that way.
No, the most high school vibes I've gotten is Abigail and Noah.
I don't want to talk about them.
And
I
just
can't.
like
their Halloween costume was hilarious though.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, but I'm over them. I just can't. I am over everyone before this season. I'm so sick of seeing them. Like, I love so many of them, but I'm just done.
I'm ready to hit unfollow on a certain past Bachelorette.
Oh, we're not gonna go there. I'm also, yeah.
But no, I don't get high school vibes. I guess I can see where you're coming from. For me, they're more like after college, he's a bartender and she's like this, you know, she's got a great corporate job.
You know what? And maybe it was that disgusting dress they had her in, giving me ugly prom vibes. And taking off the shoes to run, like, prom vibes. So maybe I was just picking up on that shit. It made me feel high schooly.
And then, okay, when this was happening, though, we were all like, that poor producer, or the cameraman, he was just, like, following behind. Just,
oh my god, it was so funny, though.
Just heaving, like, I would be dead. Michelle was running so fast.
I mean, she's tall. She was a basketball player.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but they have wild chemistry.
Yeah, undeniable. I actually think her connections with other people are going to grow beyond what her and Nayte have. So I'm hoping we see more.
For all we know, he could be our second bachelor.
I would not be mad.
I wouldn't either. He's so hot.
But
I'm sorry.
He's hot.
This episode, I was just like,
damn,
wow.
I don't know what it was, but he was fine as hell.
Maybe it's good that Cross couldn't come over and watch this with us.
Literally, I was just like, oh my god.
I know. It's like, damn.
Oh my god. On the opposite end, let's talk about Rick. Because Rick's not very attractive, but my god.
Okay, wait though. I just learned today that Rick's name has a K.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought he spelled it without a K. He just gives me that vibe. So in all my notes,
think Rick. No, think Rick Ick. Rick Ick. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, I don't know if it's like a fact that we've talked about how he looks like he constantly is wearing eyeliner or what, but he was so angsty this episode.
He was so angsty.
Oh my god.
He's a Pisces. He's got his eyeliner. Yeah.
What if he's just actually wearing eyeliner?
King.
Being like, yeah. That would be better than just looking like that, in my opinion.
Oh my god. Him wearing eyeliner. His name is Rick. Think Roderick.
Don't do that. I love Roderick.
Did you see that Conan Gray was Roderick?
Oh my god, no.
Yeah. Iconic.
Oh my god, did you see he's coming to Indy? The tickets are so expensive though, and I'm so sad.
No, I don't follow him. I only saw he was Roderick because Olivia.
Oh yeah, I saw Olivia. Who was she?
She was from an 80s movie.
Okay. Well, she didn't say anywhere where she was, and I didn't recognize it. So I was like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Rick, emo... Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he's... I don't know. Is he gonna go far? Because now I'm not so sure.
I actually feel more sure that he's going
Really?
to. Yeah.
Okay. We'll talk more when we get to the promo.
Yeah. Oh, I don't remember what happened with him in the promo, so you'll have to refresh my brain when we get there.
I don't remember a lot either, but I was like, if we talk about other stuff, then maybe we'll get a feel.
I don't have much else to say about the cocktail party, like before the rose ceremony, besides that the men were on some gang shit again this season. Teaming up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not mad. It's just like... is a little exhausting, but I don't know.
It's just immature to me.
Like, if they could just deal with their shit in private and not always concern Michelle with it, I don't think I would care so much, but it just feels a little cliquey to me, and I'm just like,
Yeah, it's honestly annoying.
It's neither here or there, you know?
Yeah. Should we talk about the rose ceremony?
Yeah,
First rose,
Joe. As he should.
Who already had roses?
Martin, Rodney, and Brandon.
Okay.
In that order.
Yes.
And then Joe
got first rose.
Followed by Rick, neither of whom we were, like, surprised about. Okay. I was surprised. The next one was Leroy. I kind of thought Leroy was leaving. I'm excited to see more of him.
Yeah. He had glasses on.
Oh my god, he's so attractive. He wears turtlenecks though, you guys. I don't know if he did this episode, Red flag. No, men look so hot, and like I will look past anything if they're wearing a turtleneck. I can't help it.
Maybe I should be thankful that all of the times I've tried to get Cross to buy a turtleneck, he hasn't.
Yeah, same.
He is so persistent, and he says no every time. we'll be in Target and I'll see a turtleneck and he won't even, like, I won't even say anything to him and he'll go, I'm not getting a turtleneck. I'm like,
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Turtleneck, red flag, but I want to see more of Leroy.
Oh, yeah.
Nayte, surprised he didn't go in earlier.
Yeah, it's interesting Rick got one before.
I don't know that it was in a particular order always, but...
They usually edit it, though. Because sometimes it's like men have roses before other men, and they just edit it to make it look the opposite.
That was a big conversation during Paradise when Kelsey fainted, and they made it look like it was when Joe was about to get his rose, but no one had roses yet. None of the women. That was a big conversation on the internet when that happened.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Oh my God, I forgot about Kelsey.
Kelsey was on that season?
No, Demi was on that season?
Demi who?
Oh my God.
Oh, let's be real. She'll be back.
She'll be back, and I'm exhausted with it.
Already.
Even if they just brought in someone that was like Demi but new, I'd be more okay.
Yeah, I want to see more of my queen.
Yeah.
Queen Victoria.
She's so funny.
Yeah.
Next was Casey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Casey.
We got a lot of him this episode. I don't feel like we started the episode with Casey and Rodney. Actually, I wrote down that it was a very mature conversation, but now I can't remember exactly what it was. I think it was just about the whole Jamie situation, not knowing it was him.
Yeah, I wrote down too. So when they were talking, they were basically just discussing the events, and then one of them was like, who's the rat? Like, gotta figure it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had a good conversation, and it wasn't like, honestly, I think it was one of those conversations though where the producers are like, talk about this, and so they did.
Yeah. No, but I was like, they went about it at least in a kind of mature way from what I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, got a lot of him. I think he might be in some drama, though. I'm not going to lie.
He bores me.
He's boring.
Get off my screen. I don't want to see you.
No, agreed. Boring. Yeah. Christy, like I said, I was surprised he was still here. But I'll take it for as long as I can keep him on the screen.
Yeah.
I want him to come back around in future seasons.
I have better vibes. I think the reason why I have better vibes now is because I'm listening to this podcast now. And he reminds me of one of the guys from it.
That's so funny to me.
Yeah, so now I'm like, okay, he's not that bad.
I love that.
Who else?
Chris S. was next. We'll talk about him in a minute.
I forgot his name.
Yeah, his name is also
I
Chris.
looked over at Autumn and I was like, what is his name?
Is it Chris S?
I was like, oh.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping one of them would leave so we wouldn't have name doubles, but... Whatever.
Ooh, okay, wait. Who do you think's gonna make it further? We'll just do a quick, like, we'll both say one. We'll discuss more once we get into the promo.
I hope Chris G for my sanity.
I say Chris S makes it further.
I hope not. I don't know. Just because of the promo, normally I would say Chris S. I would get that vibe, but we haven't seen much of him, and then the first time we see like him getting some screen time, it's this drama we'll get into. But yeah, it could go either way. I don't know. Anyway, next was Clayton, obviously.
Yeah, wow, he was
far. Yeah,
damn.
There were only a couple guys after him. So, Clayton, we love him. You hate him.
And then,
Alou.
Alou!
A king. Oh my god, he was so funny during the first date, and I just forgot to mention this. When he's, like, talking about how, like, doughboy and, like, gangs means, like, someone, like, super tough or something. I'm sorry, I'm probably not saying that correctly.
And then he was like, Peter ain't.
Peter is not. No, it was just funny to see that side of Alou. And,
so
you know, he
funny.
wasn't trying to say it in, like, a rude way or, like, talk shit about Peter either, but it was so funny.
Yeah. Aw, he's so cute.
I want more of him.
I've been obsessed since week 1.
Yeah, I'm like, it's weird, but yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I think we like the Aries of this season. Quite a bit.
That's not good for me.
It's not good for me. Anyway.
Me with my Aries moon, and I'm like, no.
Anyway. Romeo was next. I was also surprised he was still here.
God damn, I thought he went home. Now I'm pissed.
No, he stayed. Then last and the least, Will. Oh my god, I was so hoping they were gonna keep Spencer instead of them. Like, I don't even love Spencer anymore. He's just like never on screen, so I'm like, But like, I was hoping Will and Peter would just leave.
I would have taken any of the other men besides Will.
Yeah, so let's just say, okay, so the men that left, Jamie, obviously, I wouldn't have taken him over Will, but whatever. But then the guy that left at the rose ceremony was Peter, LT, which I want to talk about, Spencer, and Malik.
Yeah, okay. And I wasn't too mad about Malik because of his comments about
Rodney. Got him out before he started drama, you know.
Yeah. Spencer, just didn't see much of him, so I didn't care. LT.
Everyone hyped him up this season.
I was disappointed.
I thought we were going to get some funny shit from him.
I thought we were going to get good content. I thought he was going to be a Demi type guy.
Yeah, I did too. He kind of looks like her if you really look at it.
They could be siblings.
They could be siblings. They'd be so obnoxious. Yeah. But we're down to 2 air signs. Chris S. is a Libra and Joe is a Gemini. I think that's it.
Peter, he was representing the Aquarians.
Represent.
Now he's gone.
We have so many Leos still here. We have Brandon, Leroy, Will. I think that's all the Leos.
Yeah, get Will off my screen.
Yeah.
Please and thank you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna be real. I would have preferred Jamie staying.
Yeah, because they could have just sent him home like early in the week next week.
Here's the thing. This is my thing, real quick, and then I'll shut up. Will is worse. Like, Will annoys me more. Jamie is definitely worse, but Will annoys me more because at least Jamie is shady and terrible and like everyone agrees. But with Will, I'm like, some people stand up for this bitch and it pisses me off.
Yeah.
Because he is inherently terrible. I just hate.
What an instigator. What an instigator.
Yeah, I cannot stand people like that.
It's obnoxious and irritating for no reason.
Yeah, he reminds me of a pity me person, but more like, I'm gonna start drama, like, and then, I don't know.
But like Jamie started drama, like real drama.
Yeah. I was like, yeah. So, sorry.
Yeah, no. I don't really have anything else to say. I don't like Will.
No. I literally wrote down, Will still there, sad face.
Oh my god, where is it? When it was the food date and I wrote it down, I made an angry face in my notes.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. I think I say that every single...
Absolutely disgusting.
We say that every episode and I'm okay with it. Promo?
Yeah, promo. So, it appears that our Chris S. is going to be a villain.
I'm not gonna lie, besides that and it looking like Martin got the next one-on-one, I don't remember diddly shit.
Well,
from the promo.
Chris S. and Nayte were fighting.
Yeah, and Chris S. was making it sound like Nayte was trying to get into a physical altercation with him.
And yeah, I was just surprised. I was like, damn, Chris S. really is going to be a villain. I honestly thought he was going to be a guy where he's there for a bit and then he just goes home.
Yeah, I don't remember how you initially felt. I initially felt like he would be a villain. Like, I did not get good vibes from him.
I thought he was going to be our comedic relief.
Yeah, and he kind of sizzled out, and then I was like, oh, maybe you're right. Maybe he'll get funny or something.
Yeah, I was hopeful. And now, since I am suddenly a Nayte stan, I'm like, oh, how dare you?
Hell no.
Even if you are a Libra, Chris, how dare you?
Yeah.
I will protect Nayte. The 6'8" man, and I'm like, yes. And then also in the promo, Olu was crying. Like, really
Oh,
crying.
did he?
Yeah, he was really crying, and it looked like it was a scene with him and Michelle one-on-one, so I think he either sends himself home or she sends him home privately.
Do you think that maybe he's in the one-on-one and he gets very deep and emotional about something? Like, I don't remember it.
Well, I don't know, because it looked like he went to, like, her room or something.
Yeah, okay. Maybe something happened. Oh, Alu.
I know, I was like, no! I like him.
I love him.
Yeah, we don't see much of him, but from what I've seen, I'm like...
Yeah, and we probably won't. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy to stick around Bachelor Nation. He has kids. Or a kid, at least, I think.
Does he?
I thought he had a kid. I can't remember.
Well, I know someone has a kid. I thought it was Malik.
I thought Casey, Malik, and Alu all had children.
I have no clue.
Oh my god.
Who's the daddy?
Okay, Alu has dad vibes, you get, guys. Okay, in my defense, if he doesn't have children, he gives me dad vibes, like he'd be a really good father.
Yeah.
So.
Facts. Yeah. But next week should be pretty
juicy.
Interesting. Yeah.
Also, I'm looking at the time and I like how this is shorter than like what we normally go, and we were like the most excited and had the most to say. Probably because there was less dead air.
And we cut to the chase.
Yeah.
We were like,
get Jamie out of the way. Fuck him.
Fuck him.
Fuck him.
But I'm really excited for next week. I think it's going to be super, super good. The season's picking up for me.
It is. I agree 1,000%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anything else to say?
Get some caffeine.
Yeah, I'm very ready for coffee.
Oh, I'm so excited. It's gonna be so cold out.
Well, have a great rest of your week, you guys. Happy November. I promise I'll be able to talk next week and not mess up every single fucking word like I have been today.
Oh, it's a morning.
This is not good. I have a presentation tonight. I'm gonna I'm gonna kill myself.
God.
This is a group presentation.
Oh, okay.
It's fine. Ugh, yeah. I hate group work. Unless it's like with people I'm like chill with.
Yeah.
Like we can do group work together really well.
Oh yeah.
But I'm just not very close with people. And I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, I'm actually, after class, I have to meet with a partner to work on a project, but I'm not worried.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
We're just revising a paper, so it's gonna be fine.
See, that's easy.
Yeah. It's easy.
Yeah. Happy November. Merry fucking Christmas, bitches. Like,
jingle.
Yeah. No, I am so excited about Christmas.
Too.
I am normally such a Halloween bitch, and the vibes were not there this year.
I'm usually more of a September, October girl, but this year I'm like November, December.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
So, Merry fucking Christmas.
Stay warm.
Stay warm. It's getting cold. Oh my god, I thought we almost went a whole episode without the fucking squirrel.
No,
nope, the squirrel's outside taunting me. That means it's time to wrap up.
Thanks for tuning in, Sugarcubes.
Bye.